Man in the Red Hat here, and I watched all of Eric on Netflix, so let's talk about it. So, Eric is a 6 episode series that just dropped on Netflix and it stars Benedict Cumberbatch. Let me just say, I love Benedict Cumberbatch's name. It sounds regal, pompous, and luxurious all at the same time. Like his family definitely hit slaves with the back of their hand, you know? Pick thine plums faster, servant, or else your face will have a conversation with the dark side of my hand hither and forth. Like, I know his family got mad oil paintings of themselves throughout the house. Like, probably got a family crest, you know? Anyway, he's playing a man who's a very popular puppeteer at the time on this show called Good Morning Sunshine that he created. It's very Sesame Street adjacent. Now, the plot of the show is basically his son goes mysteriously missing, so he uses the imaginary friend his son created named Eric, show's title, and the power of tequila, basically, to discover his son's location and bring him back home safely. And when I say the power of tequila, I mean it because Benedict's character is a full-blown alcoholic, all right? And not the fun kind, not the one that you want to hang out with, perhaps, before you turn up for a party. Not that kind, not that kind. I'm talking like the one that's drinking as soon as the sun peaks up, like sun yawning and getting himself together, and like his character is pouring up a fifth of Terramana into a coffee cup, like saying goofy shit like it's 5 p.m. somewhere. Like, stop saying that. You say that every day. I was concerned. That's basically what I'm trying to say. I was concerned watching this character. So the show basically operates as kind of like a whodunit mystery joint because everyone that was around this kid has some form of motive to kill or hurt this kid. Like, it's insane because the kid is all sweet and cute and wouldn't harm a fly, but everyone around them is just like, I want to take that kid. Like, I want some of what's going on over there, like that, right? Oh, also, there's a gay black detective trying to do his job in a notoriously racist and homophobic New York police department. So when the son goes missing, there's a detective assigned to his case to help find him. I will say that based off the previous description that I gave, Brooklyn Nine-Nine did it a lot better. Rest in peace to Andre Braugher, who played Lieutenant Holt in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Great guy. The guy playing the detective in this show, Detective LeDroit, is named McKinley Belcher. He's doing all right. Okay, I just found out he's from Atlanta, born and raised, so he got some points for that. He does all right. Like, no real issues with the character other than he was real boring. He was doing all right, and that character was real boring. I'll say that. Too stoic. Man, like, fight with the Sandman every time he showed up. That stoic. He was acting more like he was in a noir film. So yeah, he's doing an investigation and then he uncovers a whole big ass like conspiracy that involves members of his own department. And I was watching it, and I'm a police officer, and I was watching that and I was like, I would have snitched. I'm not going to. Wouldn't be no question about it. I'm telling. All right. So the kid, Edgar, who goes missing, he creates this imaginary friend. He wants to be a puppet on Good Morning Sunshine with his dad named Eric. All right. It's this big blue, deep voiced, hairy monster. Just imagine Sully from Monsters, Inc. with bigger horns on his head. That's basically it. And he's basically following around Benedict's character like Wilfred from the FX show Wilfred. Right? Like, but I didn't like that Eric didn't feel like he had like a true purpose to the plot once it got going. Like, we know he's there and he can speak, but it's not purpose driven. So like, he'll randomly jump into some scenes, say some profound ass shit. I'm talking some shit that will make you pause the show and be like, whoa, where did that come from? But then after that, he'll just disappear from the scene. Like, he's gone. Right? Additionally, I think it's hella funny when he talks to Benedict's character because he's truly imaginary, right? So when Benedict talks to him, he looks to other people like he's talking to himself. Unlike in Wilfred, who was an actual dog. So when Elijah Woods would talk to him, it looked crazy, but at least he's talking to another physical thing, like he's talking to an actual dog. So Benedict basically looks insane whenever he talks to Eric. But as I watched this show, I just sat there staring at the screen like, what's the cutoff age for imaginary friends? Because I always wanted one growing up. I never had one, but I did want one growing up. I thought they were cool. But, I grew up monetarily challenged. And that sounds like another mouth to feed. And my folks wasn't having that. All right. Plus, my whole family was deep in the Christian bag at the time where this probably developmentally would have occurred. And so saying you had an imaginary friend in that house, man, that's like saying you got a demon. We got to cleanse that. But I want to see adults with imaginary friends. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you a cop, but you got an imaginary. Yes, ma'am. If you would just sign this citation for failure to maintain lane, and me and my imaginary friend, Mr. Sticky Johnson, wish you a wonderful day, ma'am. Insanity. Insane. No. I mean, I want to see it. I feel like y'all all got imaginary friends. We all got imaginary friends pretty much because of social media. But like legit imaginary friends, right? But the show, it was getting really good. But then it got to like its first plot twist. And it was all downhill from there. I mean, it was trying to be a psychological thriller without the thrills. All right. you gotta thrill me if you're gonna be a thriller. And this was light on the thrills, like real light. Like I'm talking Chipotle. I don't have my phone out light. But bump all that. Y'all want the Red Hat review, so here it is. I'm giving Eric on Netflix 6 out of 10 Red Hats. It was all right. It just made me wish I had an imaginary friend. Also, Eric is a terrible name for an imaginary friend. Like, lame ass name. His name should have been something like Bartholomew. Actually, that's my imaginary friend's name now. Come on, Bartholomew. Let's get out of here.